Welcome back to Area DMG. I'm your host, Phil Wesley, the Mile High Mouth, and today we're going to take a look at something interesting. First, we're going to talk a little bit about the 2DS, and then, well, we're going to unbox something. I'm actually feel kind of privileged to unbox this. This is my 2DS, and then this, my 2DS XL, and then this is a new Nintendo 2DS XL that is a GameStop exclusive, and you gotta see this thing. It's the Hylian Shield Edition of the new Nintendo 2DS XL. It's GameStop exclusive. Look at the top, it says Nintendo. Look at the side, new 2DS XL. It comes with the power of 2, 82% larger, blah blah blah, the same stuff as this, and then a preloaded game in it, which would be Legend of Zelda: Link Between Worlds, which is a great little game, and it's one of the player's choice things right now, so it's like $20 brand new, or you can wait for a sale on the eShop, which happens a lot actually on the 3DS, and pick it up for as low as like 10. And even during Christmas stuff, I've seen it as low as 5. Which, you get that digitally. But yeah, it's available digitally on it. So, let's take a look at this. The Hylian Shield Edition of the new Nintendo 2DS XL. And we'll compare it to this. The black and blue new 2DS XL. Now, the 2DS XL, I know people are like, why is this still a thing? Isn't the Nintendo Switch the big hotness? Well, yeah, except that 3DS sales were up like 17% last year. And the new 2DS XL is kind of forging the way in that. There's all sorts of little special editions of it, and there's all sorts of, well, there's a trickle of games coming out for it. It still has support into 2019. That's craziness, but until there's a way to play DS, 3DS, DSi games on the Switch in some capacity, there's still a need for this. Also, this is the system for people who, well, they don't want to give their kids a Nintendo Switch yet because they might not be old enough for it, or there's certain games, because like the Nintendo the 2DS XL has an immense library of games. We're talking hundreds, if not thousands, of games along the DS, DSi, 3DS, and new 3DS family of games. There are some games that are exclusive to the new 3DS that'll work on this. The only big thing is that this of course does not display 3D. So if that's a feature that you really enjoyed, you're better off picking up a new 3DS XL or well, you can't really pick up a new 3DS anymore. Those are out of print. Yeah, so pretty much, if you're not concerned about the 3D, you pick up one of these. But let's go ahead and unbox this puppy. Okay, so it plays all Nintendo 3DS games within the right region in 2D. And let's go ahead and pop this out here. Oh, look. This comes with an AC adapter, which is a big deal for a lot of people. Golly, if you're a person who's buying this and this is your first Nintendo DS thing, these have been coming with the Nintendo DS since the DSi. The Nintendo DS had the Game Boy Advance charger. The Nintendo DS Lite had its own charger, and then the DSi, DSi XL, the 3DS, the 3DS XL, the 2DS, the new 3DS, the new 3DS XL, and then the new 2DS XL all use the same one of these. If this didn't include it, I would be like, I've got a bunch of these myself, and I'd just sell it off to the owner for like, $10 or something. Anywho, let's see what else is in here. Ooh, box. That was, I think, where the thing was. Here we go. Thing. And instructions. And then AR cards. These have been with the Nintendo 3DS since the beginning. You place one of these little puppies down, and with the AR card thing that's in the system, you can go ahead and play AR games with it. Augmented reality is what AR stands for. Now this comes with every 3DS system. In fact, I personally have 11 of these things. Let's see. I've got 2 pairs in here. 1, 2. There's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in this little set. It's this thing to activate them: Mario, Link, Kirby, Samus, and some Pikmin. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, yike. If this didn't come with it, I'm pretty sure I could be like, yeah, I've got some of these. But it comes with it, so this kind of already has 2 games right off the bat. Well, there's some demos and stuff you can download from the eShop, so there's a bunch. Actually, those download onto a 4 gig memory card, which this thing comes with. Look at that. That is blue. Look at that silver. Look at that silver. Oh, I kind of want one of these. Ooh, look at that. Volume. Here's the here's the stylus. Here is the little thing that you kind of do this with. Let's see. Actually, I have nails, sort of. No, I don't have nails. They've been bitten down by anxiety. But hey, you know what? That's what these AR cards are for. Because the first time you open one of these things, be careful with that. Pull that out a little. That's where you put games. Like, for me, that's where I'd put automatically Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger. That would go there. Then right here is where there's a 4 gig SDHC card right there. We'll just close that up. I'll get Chrono Trigger back from there in a bit. But yeah, let's pop that out. Now, I think they tested this in the store to make sure that there's no problems with the screen or whatnot, which some places will let you do. But yeah, ooh, this is raised. This part's not raised, but this is raised and has grooves. The dual Triforce. Here's your camera, other cameras, your hinges. These are like some nice little buttons. Ah, look at that. Oof, oof, oof. Yeah, look at that. It's a deep, deep blue. It makes me think, it's a dark blue, but it reminds me almost a little bit of what the GameCube purple looked like. Just a little. Now let's go ahead and we'll compare it to this black one right here. Oh, look at that. Ugh. So, let's go ahead and turn this puppy on. We've got your buttons, and here's the power button, which is brown, by the way. It's kind of weird. Look at that. Look at that grape goodness. Yep. This is what's in it. There's that Chrono Trigger. And let's go pick up Legend of Zelda: Link Between Worlds. Let's go ahead and do that. Now, as you can see, there's a little bit of a glare here on the screen. Now, if you can see, there's as you can kind of see, these are TN screens. They're not. There's no IPS screens, but so kind of virtually indistinguishable from each other in a way. Look at that. not bad. That's interesting. So that's it in comparison. Look at that. There's not really a change in thickness, no. Although one is a slightly more raised. I mean, this thing has little bolts and little raised pattern things to it, which is kind of neat. And this one, of course, has a kind of a little texture to it. They've got a bunch of different ones. They have one for Animal Crossing that has like an embedded leaf and stuff coming out. They have one for Pikachu that's just the face with like little cheeks. They have one that's a Pokeball with a little button that you press on the Pokeball and it pushes down. And it's craziness. This right here will most likely appeal to people who have to have every Legend of Zelda thing. Personally, I like the fact that it's blue. Look at that. Look at that inside right there. This is bringing back Game Boy Advance feels. I'm like, look at that. Although the top always looks like a smartphone to me, to be honest. Ooh, you know what? I am going to... Yeah, I know. Okay, blah, 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 using micro SD cards. God, couldn't set this up? Ooh, let's actually change the screen brightness here. Boop. And turn power saving mode on or off. Wireless communications on or off. This uses Amiibo. It has the eShop and all sorts of things. Let's see what firmware this comes with. Just in case people are wondering what firmware comes with this. No reason. It comes with version 11. It comes with version 11.6039U. And those are things. Neat. And it comes with a pre-installed game. If you're transferring from another system, that pre-installed game will get deleted off the card, but you'll be able to re-download it through the eShop, making it a pretty seamless transition if you're transferring from an older DS model or 3DS model, an older 3DS model to a new 2DS. Now remember, you cannot transfer between a new 3DS or a new 2DS or a new 3DS XL back to an old 3DS, 3DS XL or 2DS. You cannot transfer back between those. That is not something you can do. Oh, and here's a there we go. DS games. Although you can close out. Let's close out of that. And if you hold down the start button, of course, you can get it at a better. Let's see. Okay, hold down the start button. No. Okay. Hold down the start button while loading that up. I'll have to clean that. And you can play old DS and DSi games in their original resolutions. Slightly smaller, of course. And of course, this is compatible with all of the Virtual Console stuff that's on the eShop right now. And that's pretty sweet stuff. But yeah, I particularly love this particular game, playing through it again, because, yes, every year, Chrono Trigger. Yes. That's an interesting Mora effect that's showing up in the video. Anywho, that is the new 2DS XL Hylian Shield Edition. Is this something you want? I kind of do. Is this something that you need? Nobody really needs these, but look at that. This won't deflect Guardian blasts, but golly, does it not look good? It looks good. And look at that. Look at that. Look at those textures. You can touch this Triforce, and then this little part here, and then and it's funny because it comes with a Link Between Worlds, which the Zelda version that's in Smash Brothers is based off of the Zelda from Link Between Worlds. And I find that pretty great because one, she's got those awesome bangs. Women with bangs are kind of inherently attractive, and she's although to be honest, I think the best ones are okay. Skyward Sword Zelda. Skyward Sword Zelda is adorable, and the Link Between Worlds Zelda is a pretty close second. But I really felt for and appreciated Zelda in the Breath of the Wild. In Breath of the Wild, Zelda, her backstory, she makes mistakes. She owns up to those mistakes. She's stubborn and she gets better. She's not actually a good person in Breath of the Wild, but she learns about herself and grows as a human being, because every type of heroic arc needs to have growth to it. I mean, otherwise there's no heroic arc to it. Anywho, if you pick this thing up, it comes with AR cards. It comes with an AC adapter, of course, and a box that you can put on your shelf and be all like, I bought this, and people will be like, did you buy that? And they'd be like, oh man, that was a GameStop exclusive. Nobody else had it. And you can be all like, yup, ho 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 ho. And then years from now, you can tell that to your kids, and they'll be like, okay, that has nothing to do with how you met your mother. Yeah. Anywho, I'll just throw all this junk back in the box. Woohoo! For this picture. Look at that. Oh. Well, let me know in the comments below what you think of this thing. Hit that thumbs up, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell notification. Hey, why not go into the description and hit some stuff up? Because there's going to be some pictures of this puppy on the Instagram. Because, ooh, that thing is good looking. Oh. Now, the only thing that can make this better is if it was actual metal. Ooh, think if it had a metal thing here that would work kind of as a heat sink, and then you could just like overclock it. It's nice. That is a nice thing. I'm about to steal it. Be like, whoop. But yeah, that is the new Nintendo 2DS XL Hylian Shield Edition. That is out right now at GameStop. It was announced at E3, and it is sweet. If you haven't picked up a new 2DS XL, they have them in white, they have them in black and blue, they have them in Pikachu face, they have them in Pokeball form, if you can find it, and now Hylian Shield Edition. Goodness knows what other types of weird editions we'll get. Maybe we'll get like a Red Mother 3 edition. You know, for Earthbound Returns. You know, hey, I know. Every E3, Emily Rogers says that's going to happen. It never does. One of these days, though, she'll be right and we'll be happy. Anyways, that is the Legend of Zelda Hylian Shield Edition. Okay, just hit that thumbs up, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, and ring that little bell so you're notified whenever we have brand new videos here on Area DMG. Until next video comes out, you are now caught up.